what is the thing that everyone in this room has, or everyone in the world for that matter has?
Time.
Very good. So if we do assign a time token, and we create a time token, and we say like, well, if I do something for somebody else, and I spend one of this token, my token, for somebody else, it would be great if a system takes account of that, so that then somebody else can do something for me. So when we release a time token at the global level, where everybody can join in, what happens is that every hour of every person's life is valued the same everywhere. Isn't that beautiful? That's where we need to rebuild the new economy from. Now, you can say like, wait a second, well, this guy is very slacking, this guy is very productive. That's not true. That's not worth the same, right? We can say that. And that's why we introduce a second token. We call this token reputation. And we imbue another rule. Reputation can only be gained. It cannot be sold. It cannot be traded. And you know, we are the issuer of that token, so we can decide what kind of rules we want to give. So, done. Reputation takes care of the quality of service. Now we need one more thing that is missing, which is the profit incentive. So, what does incentivize us to do one thing over the other? So now you wrote down your things before, the things you need. I mean, it's a difficult exercise, I know. But chances are that within this room, or maybe just within the seat away from you, somebody can help you with that need. So, but he doesn't know about it. So the only thing that we need to do is using another technology. So if you wrote it down on your phone, imagine you wrote it down into an app. That's your gateway to the new economy. Your need, you share it with everyone on the internet. Now everybody can see your need, so that your neighbor is going to be able to satisfy that. If it's not exactly his job, but it's something that you need. And what we're doing here is that we're designing the economy for the well-being of everyone. So now that we know all the needs of everyone, what can we do? Well, we can just take all these needs, bucket it into categories, and see which one is the one that is the most relevant in this room, or into the entire planet. You decide the scale. And at that point, you can say like, well, if we want to incentivize the right behavior, shouldn't we just give some extra token to the people that do the thing that is needed the most? And if nobody can actually do that, shouldn't we spend time to actually do that? Shouldn't we learn how to do that? So that's the new token. The token, we had reputation, we had time, then we had this additional token that is your incentive. And we call this token karma. Simply because the more you do, the more relevant is the thing you do for the community, the more you can use this token to buy something back from the community. And this gives you the competitive advantage, right? It's like, I'm gonna just work on the things that people need the most. And so I'll make my biggest profit. And I can get more things from the system. So what do we do here? If you think about it, we have sketched out a design for a new economy. We used 3 tokens. We understood that incentives are better than coercion, than applying rules. And now we actually have introduced one new token, a token that aligns the previous, that basically changes the profit motive, what was the me thing before. It's still the me thing, but it's at the same time also the we. And that has very fundamental repercussions. There is one more thing, that if everybody focuses on the thing that people need the most, less people will need it. So automatically, that thing will lose value. When we solve the problem, we can all focus on something else. Now, There's something special that I also would like to share with you. That, well, my wife is pregnant, and I have a little lady, baby girl coming along. And we grow up with a certain kind of narrative of the me economy, the economy of like getting your profit, and that follows up our entire life choices, life and our careers and purpose of life even, which leads to materialism. So, and I hope that with your help, when she grows up, I'll be able to tell her a different story. A story in which we have created together a new system that combines the personal incentive with the common good into one single system that connects us together as neighbors and brings us forward as humans and as a society. Thank you.